Let's see if this works. Hold on a second here. All right. You guys ready? John. You guys ready? Everybody ready? Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave Sunday. I'm the York County District Attorney. I'm here this morning with members of the Pennsylvania State Police and colleagues from the York County District Attorney's Office. I want to start by expressing how sorry I am to the families of Kain Heiland for their indescribable loss. I can tell you without exception that every one of my colleagues here feels the exact same way. The purpose of today's press conference is to announce that following an investigation by the Pennsylvania State Police, the York County District Attorney's Office, and the York County Investigating Grand Jury, charges have been filed in the killing of Kain Heiland, who was 12 years of age at the time of his death. This occurred on April 1st of this year. Over the last 3 weeks, we met and spoke with Kain's parents multiple times, explaining the grand jury process to include the statutorily mandated secrecy provisions, applicable legal standards, and the different potential paths this case may take. Accordingly, Nolan Grove, age 13 of Red Lion, was charged this morning with murder of the third degree, which carries a maximum statutory sentence of 40 years incarceration, involuntary manslaughter, firearms not to be carried without a license, possession of a firearm by a minor, and recklessly endangering another person. As always, I want to remind you that the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. I can tell you the defendant's name in this case because he has been charged as an adult due to the third-degree murder charge. Normally, the Juvenile Act precludes us from stating the name of a juvenile charged in a crime and that being made to the public. These charges were recommended in a presentment by the grand jury and approved by the grand jury supervising judge, President Judge Maria Musty Cook. The defendant surrendered this morning and was arraigned by Magisterial District Judge Fischel. The grand jury presentment concluded that on April 1st of this year, near the home of Nolan Grove, he discharged a firearm into the back of Kain Heiland, causing his death. The presentment details the testimony of numerous witnesses and evidence to include video footage of surrounding events. Thank you to the dedicated efforts of the York County Investigating Grand Jury, which is comprised of members of our York County community. Decisions to charge anyone, let alone a 13-year-old, with third-degree murder, are taken with the utmost seriousness and care. All of our decisions to prosecute Grove with third-degree murder and related offenses are solely based upon a deliberate and thorough consideration of the facts and applicable law through the utilization of the investigating grand jury process. We understand the gravity of our decision, and we stand by it as what is required in the interest of justice. I do not have updated information at this point on his bail status, as that is taking place concurrently with this press conference. I'm limited in the questions I can answer. I will open this up to some questions. If I am able to answer them, I will, but I will tell you that I'm very limited in what I can say at this point.
Have you made decisions about charging the father of the boy with anything with allowing him access to the gun or anything like that?
So what I can say right now is that based on the facts that we identified through the course of the investigation and the law as it currently exists, at this point the father is not being charged with a crime. Ed?
Is the young man, after you finish processing him, will he be taken to the York County prison? And if in fact so, what special accommodations are being made to house a 13-year-old in an institution such as the York County prison?
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that question. That's a determination that's being made right now by the president judge. My expectation and knowledge is that we are trying to find a secured juvenile detention facility for him to go to. Any other questions?
Why did it take so long to file the charges?
Well, I mean, I can't agree with the premise that it took a long time. A lot of cases take way longer than this. This is a very serious set of circumstances, and when you make decisions of this magnitude, it has to be done thoroughly and in accordance with the law and the facts. And we utilized a grand jury process, and so I would actually say that I'm very proud of the work that we've done. Like I said earlier in the press conference, we, this entire time, have been in contact with the parents of the victim in this case.
During your course of the interview with Nolan Grove, did he at any time acknowledge his role in the homicide of the 12-year-old? And did he express any condolences or apologies for what took place?
Ed, I'm not going to comment on the specific facts of the case. We have, in accordance with the presentment and the charges filed this morning, there's an affidavit that outlines the information that I believe you're seeking, and that will be available to everyone at the conclusion of this press conference. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. That's it.